Let's have a look at some remarks made by Saboti Member of Parliament, Caleb Amisi. The remarks are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Kikuyu constituency alone has received Kenya shillings 1.4 billion for road maintenance, while entire Western region, comprising of 39 constituencies, has only Kenya shillings 50 million. Mudavadi, Wetangula, and Ichung'wa, who is number 3 in Ruto's government? I want us to put those remarks into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's going on here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. In our earlier video today, I shared out the figures here, and it's not even 1.4 billion Kenya shillings, but it's about 1.7 billion Kenya shillings. That's what has gone to one constituency, Kikuyu constituency, being represented by Kimani Ichung'wa. And the fact that the money has gone to his constituency does not mean the money will be prudently used to build roads or to maintain roads. A huge chunk of that money will most definitely be squandered. So Kikuyu residents should demand to see good roads in their constituency. 1.7 billion Kenya shillings has been wired to build and to maintain roads in that constituency. In Western, we have about 39 constituencies, and the total roads fund, maintenance fund that has gone there is 50 million, as Caleb Amisi is trying to say. Mudavadi and Wetangula have been telling the Mulembe nation to be proud that they're in government. And they've always been boasting that they are the third in command. Wetangula and Mudavadi have been really trying to fight for that position. You know, I'm the third in command. It's now coming out very clearly that it's Wetangula and Mudavadi who are actually proud of being in government, courtesy to the positions they hold in Kenya Kwanza. The masses on the ground have got nothing at all to be proud of for having supported Kenya Kwanza government. That's something coming out very clearly. And then secondly, I'm seeing Mudavadi and Wetangula as failures in William Ruto's government. They have failed to influence even developments in their own areas where they come from. What they normally do is to be seen to be very loyal and very humble to Ruto. The truth of the matter here, William Ruto is using Mudavadi and Wetangula for his own political mileage in Western. And as he does that, he's clearly killing Musalia and Wetangula. And that's why we are being told that on Friday, William Ruto met ANC and Ford Kenya party leadership at State House, where he told them that he will win without the Luhya vote. And that in itself, Ruto was just trying to tell Mudavadi and Wetangula that they are free to leave. He will win without the two of them. So again, we are seeing Mudavadi and Wetangula just being taken for granted in William Ruto's government. And from that again, if you look at Kiambu County, we have about 12 constituencies in Kiambu County. The roads fund that has been allocated for Kiambu County, 90% has gone to one constituency. That's Kimani Ichung'wa's constituency. That also proves that any bad or divisive narrative cannot be good for anybody, because at one point, the people will end up suffering. Even if you are part of that shareholding, it's coming out that in that shareholding, there is also a shareholding within that shareholding. So any divisive or bad narrative is bad for everybody. That's also something coming out very, very clearly. And also from this, I'm seeing a William Ruto is taking Kenyans for granted. Anytime he's in the Luo Nation, Western Coast, or in Ukambani, he pretends to be loving those people. Rather, he pretends that he loves everybody. And just recently, during Labor Day celebrations, I saw William Ruto talking about tribalism. And he was really talking against tribalism. If you look at William Ruto, the way he appointed people in his government, and now how resources are being distributed across the country, shows a man who is just there to reward two regions. And when it comes to looking for votes, he's now going across the country telling Kenyans to vote for him. Kenyans should wake up to reject William Ruto and his divisive tribal policies. This is a very tribalistic, a very divisive government. This also enhances Natembea's narrative, Tawe movement. Mudavadi and Wetangula are clearly failing, and they are giving the likes of George Natembea chance to make inroads in Western. Let me stop it there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you.
That we saw at the funeral and surrounding his burial. His children spoke a bunch of rubbish. That boy does not know what he was talking about. Joel, his son. Complete rubbish. You know? You cannot say, and this one speaking even as a Luo, you cannot say there is any Luo man who says, bury me within 72 hours, bury me naked, don't eat at my funeral. What rubbish is that? Where was this boy raised? He has no authority to speak about the burial of his father, traditionally. He should have kept quiet and gone back to Nairobi. Yeah. And there is no way that as a son you can rule your father's death as accidental. Was he there? Let this thing be investigated professionally. I don't like the fact that the military are investigating it. Because what if he was killed by a fellow military man? What if his deputy killed him? What if other military people killed him? What if the thugs killed him and the military want to cover it? All these questions, there should be no question that cannot be asked. We need to ask all the questions.
And they all need answers.
And they all need answers.
That are verifiable.
Correct. So there is absolutely no issue. I cannot say to anybody, even my enemy, that they die under the circumstances that General Ogola died and that nobody should ask questions. This silly thing that, oh, asking questions will not bring him back to life. What nonsense is that? It will prevent another death if it was caused. Do you understand? Or if it was negligence, we would be able to prevent another negligent death. Why not?
Sure.
A human being is not a dog. They cannot die just like that. And generals do not just fall from the air.
That's also true.
So we have to ask about all these questions because a CDF is secured just like a president. Where was